This is Mark 2, our second video. Mark 2. It's Mark 2. Our second video on series and sequence. We continue with the example. So from the first example, we done with that. Now let's take the second example. Find the eighth term of the linear sequence. This is the linear sequence. It starts from 42, 42, 37, 32. We have 37, 42, 37, 42. And then it has three dots here. It means there are more terms, but we didn't give them. Find the eighth term. So very simple. Just write the formula. Eighth term is equal to A plus, always know it's always minus 1, so 7D. It's simple as that. But for exam's sake, you have to write the formula. The formula would have been D. Then you come down to state your A. A is equal to 47 and D is equal to 47, right? Sorry. D will be equal to of 2 minus U of 1, which is 42 minus 47, which is giving us negative 5. So note the difference here. The common difference is negative 5. So now let's put them inside. U8 is equal to A, which is 47 plus 7 into bracket D, which is minus 5. We have 47 minus, which is 12. So the eighth term is 12. Let's see, it's correct because it's the same thing here. So after you get your answer, right? Your answer should make sense to you. So looking at these terms, they were decreasing. So it makes sense that our answer is less because the terms keep decreasing. Let's take the next one. Example 3. Find the 12th term of the AP of the form. You have 7. Right, example 3. Find the 12th term. So we are looking for U12 of the AP of the form. We have 7, 6, 1 over 4. We have 5, 1, 2. 1 half. These are the terms of the sequence. We want the 12th term. A, we can see A is 7 because obviously it's here. The first term is 7. Then can we find the D? Yes, once we have more than 2 terms, we can always find the D. So D is always equal to a term. So I decide to choose this term or this term, any term that you want. So I'm choosing this term. So 6/1/4 minus 7. So you're going to get the answer. So you punch into the calculator and make sure you punch well. So maybe you might want to convert this to proper fraction. So this will be to improper fraction before you subtract. It will be 25 over 4 minus 7. In the end, you're going to get 25 over 4 minus 28 over 4, right? 3 over 4. Perfect. That's our common difference. Now let's find our U12. U12 plus 11D. What's A? 7 plus 11 into bracket negative 7 is going to be minus. minus 33 over 4. Okay. Punch into the calculator. Alright, you're going to get 28 over 4 minus 33. Subtracting this, we have 5 over 4. That's 5 over 4. So the answer is my negative 5 over 4. So the 12 terms, so always don't forget, right? You have to submit your work well. So you submit it like this. Therefore, the 12th term is equal to negative 5 over. That's all. And don't forget that it's exam. It's not like you're solving for yourself, right? You're preparing for an exam. So you have to submit your work well, right? You see, my own, I took a lot of space. In exam, you wouldn't get this space, right? So you have to work it well. See, they just did it in 3 steps. First, they found A, N, and D. That's the first step. Then the second step, they wrote their formula, substituted, did the algebra, the arithmetic. See, then the last one is the final answer. You have to present your work well, or you waste time, you waste space, then you waste mask, you lose mass, marks, right? So let's go to the next one, example 4. Right, the example 4. Find the number of terms in the following linear sequence. So this is a different type of question in example 4 we're seeing here. Here, they're not asking us, right, to calculate a term. They want the number of terms, right? Number of terms in our formula. Number of terms is the n you see here. So it means we are finding n in this sequence. We've been given the terms of the sequence. It's 2, 3, it's 3, 7, 11. There are terms here, but they just use the dots to show that it's not important. And then they gave us the last term. So we have 1, 2, 3. There are terms here. And then we want the number of terms here. How do we get the number of terms? Right, you just use the formula. So, right, to find the number of terms, you just have to find the term of the last element. So this is the first, the second, the third. We don't know the element yet, but this is the last term. So if this is the 50th term, then it means there are only 50 terms there. If this is 60, then there are only 60 terms there. So let's find the last term, the position of the last term. So position of the last term, right? So the last term here is 31. So that's u of n is 31. So 31 is equal to A. A here is 7. Sorry, 3 plus n. We don't know n. That's what we are finding. We are finding the n for the first one. Because the n here is n that we are finding. 1 is equal to n or x, but I chose to use n right now. Then d. You can find d because we have more than two terms, right? So what is d? D, we saw d here. D will be equal to any term, so let's take 11 minus its preceding term, which is 7. So d is equal to 4. So put 4 here, then find n. This minus 4 is 3. This 3 minus 4 is minus 1. So that's 1. Minus 1 goes to that side. We have plus 1. Right. So 31 is the 8 components, right? It's the 8th term and it's the last term. So we have how many terms in there? We have 8 terms. The solution is just here. So our answer is right. I here also follows the same procedure. We'll use the same procedure to find it. We need our A. Here the terms given are 2 minus 9 minus 20 dot 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 then minus 141. Alright. So our first term is 2. Is minus 9 minus 2, which is minus 11. So rule of n is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. U of n, who is our last term, becomes minus 141. Our first term is 2 n minus 1 then d minus 11. This minus 11n plus 11. Let's find this because it's the same as this here, right? It's the same as 11 minus 11 being in front here. The same as bringing the minus 11 here. Times 2, so that gives us minus 11n plus 11 because it's minus and minus. Let's proceed. Let's take 11 to this side so that becomes positive. Then bring this one to this side so that becomes positive. So we have 2 plus 141 plus that's 2 plus 13. 141 plus 13. That's 154. Right. So 14 times. Example 5 also is another form where the questions can be asked. So find the formula for the n term of the linear sequence. It means there's a formula for every sequence, right? So this is the general for every linear sequence. It's the general formula. But what is the formula for this sequence, right? So all we do in finding the formula for the sequence is putting in the constant, right? You put in the constant and then you simplify it. So let's see which of these variables are constants. A is constant for every sequence. For every sequence, its first term doesn't change. D is also constant. Sorry. D here is also constant. So these are the constants that we'll be filling in. A and D. So I'm just putting A and D. N is a variable because as this changes, N will be changing. But apart from N, A and D, they will be constant for this particular sequence, right? So what is the formula? So the formula will be A, which according to A is 10 from here. A is 10. So we'll give you 10 n minus 1 d. I think you simplify this. Which simplifies to 4. What this means is I can simply use this. So if I want to, let's say, example, the second term is 6, I will just put in. So, and the 6, so you have 6, 4, 6. So 14 minus 24. 14 minus minus 4 becomes 14 and is 14. So we have 14 minus 4. This has 14 minus 8. In the end, we get 6.